Right, well, I'm in the sleepy village of Islip and Thrapston just over the bridge. I'm just trying to figure out my first move, whether I should be this side or that side of the river. But we're off down here, a little path. Looks good to me. Looks like you can bring your horses down here as well. Nice little start through the woods in between the, not sure if it's the canal or the river. I'll pop out. I should really know actually, I've swum in some of this down here, so I should think it's the river. I don't think you'll be swimming in the canals too much. Just in the distance you can see the bridge for the A14 heading over the rivers and all the different various lakes and rivers there are here. It's quite complicated, but you've got lovely views. You've got houses, lucky enough to have houses down here. Today's walk, so nice, I say an easy one. It's 13.2 miles, all on flat land basically, there's no elevation at all. Starting off in Thrapston or Islip, as we're right on the border there, and then heading down towards Wellingborough. So we've got Stanwick Lakes, Ringstead and Denford involved. So we'll see where it takes us really. Just a nice local one. So this turns into the old railway line that takes you right down to Wellingborough. That's the way we're going to use that little bit of path on the way back. But right now we're going off to the left, so kind of doing a figure of 8, although we don't cross over. And we're out the sun for the moment. 7 o'clock. I've seen one mountain biker and one walker. So this is a 5 hour plus stops, maybe 6. A nice day like this, I'm sure I'll find a nice little bench somewhere for an hour. I think a little bit later on you've been okay with shorts on, but at the moment everything's exceptionally wet. There's a few nettles about as well. I don't know what we're going to be greeted with. It's one of the things about doing these off the beaten track footpaths is that they're less trodden, and you generally are the people trodding it down. But yeah, at the moment I'm soaking wet, but I put my gaiters on and it's fine. What a lovely sunny morning. That was an interesting section. The path was not where it said it should have been on the map. So to feel our way a bit around the edge of the field, and then it cut across in a different place. And this stuff that we're walking through is all attached to my trousers and very, very wet. So downside of coming early, but we've found our way, we've found our bridge. A few of our friends, the cows out in the sunshine. And we're heading towards our first village, which I think is Ringstead if I remember. I always think I should know, but I planned these walks weeks ago, and then I'm looking for an opportunity to go out and do them, so by the time they come I just sling the Garmin in the bag and off we go. Yes, if you were relying on your map reading skills, you would come a cropper a bit here. There's no real indication of where things are until you're right on them. I mean, this is the Nen Way. You would think it'd be a little bit better, but there we are, over the river. Great views. And that's where we're heading, over into the village. Nice big signs. Amazing how they could put a big sign up that says private land. Imagine if they just put some signs up say this is a footpath, little yellow posts or something, you know. Maybe the problem isn't necessarily people being stupid, it's that they ain't quite sure where they are. because I think if I'd have come without my Garmin I'd have been up and down there, not quite sure. Whinge over. Actually, I remember this path now. I came with the Pack Track Triathlon Club one night and we had a lift down to this road here. We trudged across the field in our wetsuits and then swam all the way down to Thrapston. There's a sailing club there. You get out beside the sailing club and that's where the cars were parked. And I know those guys were swimming like 26 miles of the Nen through the summer. I don't know whether they still do, but yeah, that was a great experience a few years ago now. But not a little bit on the road before we turn off. Quite quiet at the minute, but it's a bloody dangerous bend, so maybe walk up on the left if I were you. I can take my jumper off in a minute. And here we are, our path. Just check that's the right one, I'm pretty sure it is. Back into a little village now. Coming down a lovely little walk. Over there got a nice little garden. Based on the fact that that says it's Ringstead, that's where we are now. Classic mistake this morning. Talking quietly because everybody's in bed still. Classic mistake this morning. I put my camera on charge last night and realised it hadn't charged. Got my power bank out, realised I got the wrong cables and I'm using my phone, so hopefully it's not too shaky. A lovely little village. I think it's nicely kept. Got a little stretch here down the main road and I'll turn left again. Good job I came early really. Actually there was a path down the road, so that's quite good. And there's a little hidden footpath. You can miss these so easily if you've got your head down thinking about something else. But here we are, we're on the way again. And there we have, beautiful path right across the wheat field, or what was a wheat field. Well, this is quite spectacular. If you're making a jungle movie, this is where you make it. What these are, grasses or water reeds or something, I have no idea. Gonna get wet though. Well, I think we might have half a mile of no view. No idea what this stuff is though. I know, I don't know what thatch looks like, you know, the old water reed and stuff, but maybe this is it. It's quite thick on the bases when you have a look. It's almost like bamboo. There's little diamonds across the field there. I don't know whether that's footpaths. But we're going down along the side of this fence. Going to get wet again. But it's getting hot now. It's only 8:16 and it's going to be a roasting day. Bit of an odd one. I could have walked down the field there, but the signs are saying go up there and turn right, and why I don't know. Very, very weird. Signs are poor, and people trample over the bits they're not supposed to. Now there's a gate with no sign on it, you know. I don't know how much signs cost, but once in a while, you know, once every 10 years, just replace them as part of your farm management, and then everybody gets to do what's right. Beautiful though. Nice lake down the bottom there. Let's come down that field over there. Now on to a trek. Very pleasant down there. Another confusing turning. Obviously this building here is where they're keeping horses, and they've been dumping all their muck down this footpath. So it looks like the footpath's blocked. So yeah, made it a right bloody mess, but I think I'm on the right path again now. They certainly do pick the footpaths that have never been trodden before. It's grown up, this one has. It's quite good getting into here, but now we're going up there. But anyway, hopefully we can still make it. Well, that footpath was impassable, so that'll be another little tick box off to the council. We just took some photos where the person looking after the horses has block the roadway with horsemen gear, so it's amazing because just 100 yards further on there's a perfect footpath. Down here there's a perfect footpath. It's sort of maintained, but I suppose if people can't get down they just give it up, and then the thing overgrows and then we can't use it anymore, so never mind, I have to find a different way back. Been going for 2 hours, so I got myself a nice little bench here in amongst the reeds. Might have been reeds in that other field that I was talking about, because these are reed beds and there's a sign that says they're used for filtration in Stanwick lakes, so makes a lot of sense because it is very clean around here. Well, we're kind of on the basic walking route now, lots of cyclists coming down and stuff, so we head off back into the lakes part. Don't mind so much, I've had a bit of a nettly walk for a while, so sitting and having a coffee is quite nice. Just looking now for the turn off. Will be actually it's probably this one, Adventure Trail and Visitor Centre. That's where we'll go. Been in this place before. Used to bring the grandchildren down to that rope slide there in Stanwick Lakes. We're going over this bridge. Always wondered about this bridge actually, but yeah, a little bit different, isn't it? Lovely, lovely views. Yeah, a little tip if you come into Stanwick Lakes, this bridge, on the side of the rope slide, there is this great bench right next to the waterlock, but it's hidden from the path, so I bet nobody knows it's there. Crack on. Get on, that's my top tip for the day. We're off over there. There's not many hills on this walk, but I am now at the top of that lovely slope. It's taken me sort of 5-10 minutes just to plod up there. Good stretch of the legs, there's a little bit more to go, but not much. Another one where the footpath's supposed to come straight across the fields, was a bit of a shame because it's pretty easy to walk around, to be honest. And I have a feeling it's the same here. Let's have a quick look. Just walk through. Oh no, it's straight down here. That's pretty nice. I forgot to video this road as I was coming down. Beautiful little village. There's a pub up there. I think it's a pub. It's called the Bell, and it says Mediterranean cuisine. So whether it's just a restaurant, I don't know. Very nice though. Fields one side and village the other. Fab. Right, coming off the road back onto the fields again. So we just come down off the road there. More fields, just lovely. Heading back into the woods. I got a feeling that's down where the rivers and the lakes are again. Seems to be lakes all along the side of the river. Nice little bridge to come over. It's coming up on this lovely river lock. It's one or two of those where I've been swimming, we've had to get out and climb over them. Just a sluice here and the river on the other side. Picturesque, this is beautiful. Site of Ringstead Cotton Water Mill. Recorded in the Domesday Book. Oh. This is the fishing place, this is where everybody parks. And there's a, looks like there's a canal barge marina just here. So this is the Stanwick Lakes kind of railway line that goes right down. We're just dissecting that again for I think a third time today. We're just walking down this road and you get a view like that. Some place to come and fish. Another part of the canal basin and a lock and sluice and boats and the Watermill pub over there. Looks lovely. Tea room, and all the boats over this side. Lovely. Well, I have to say the coffee and the cake in the tea room in the Watermill was beautiful. But there's another one there. There's a tea room and an art gallery. So a couple of things that you want to look at when you come here. The exit was on the bend and kind of behind the shops. You have to be a bit careful there. Before you go around the bend, just nip behind the little house. And it's there. So if you come down the cycle path, there's the sign for it. Great. And onto the Nen Way. Just come down this lane and then through this gate, and we're going across the field. I'll certainly pick these trails, man. This one's not too bad. Depends how much nettles there are. We'll see in a minute. So come out that bit there. Not too bad. It is passable. And there's a few nettles, so long sleeves if you've got them probably help. And now we're going down here. I don't think this one looks too bad. Famous last words, and we can see a church in the distance. Blimey, when you come out on these walks, you need to come with a petrol strimmer, really. That bit wasn't too bad, but it's getting worse. Right, it's about 100 degrees. I've had to put my long sleeves on. Put a woolly top on I had first thing this morning on. It's all nettles, not great. At least I'm not stamping anything down. Oh dear. Have people been this way? I suppose it's just this time of year everything's growing like crazy. Or maybe I was a bit hasty, I put it on. Might get worse though, let's just see. It's not that far to go now, and these are the things that slow you down. Okay, so we come off that. Took my jumper back off. Coming up this nice road now, Church Street. Some lovely houses up here. Very shadowy, very cool and quite refreshing, to be honest, for a minute. Right, we've just come off the end of that nice road, and we're off down another bit like this, hopefully with less stingers. God, this is a place you'd never ever come to, isn't it? You know, it's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the blackberry picking must be amazing down here when they're ready, mate. But we've got a helicopter over us, and apart from that, it's serenity. It's in the middle, right next to the river again. Everywhere we've been today has been side water. Wow. Well, for anybody that's used the a cycleway from Thrapston to right all the way down to Chester House, really, there it is over there. This is one of the first things that you see, this lock and sluice. Great, absolutely brilliant. So you can just see the A14 in the distance. We're on that track, probably the old railway track, I think, on the way back. Yeah, it's been quite a long bit without shade, so we're back into a bit of shade now. Back through that original part. It was all wet this morning. Right, we're back at this place where we were this morning. We were supposed to go down there, but it's a little bit hidden. But never mind, it all works out in the end. And we're now back at the car. And you've got the, just zoom in on it, the wool packing over there, which I'm sorely tempted to have a pint. Well, it's not often I have a beer after a walk, but I think today's an exception. Cheers.